Hello, Childcare Ninja Nation. Welcome. Hey. welcome to the Childcare Ninja Boss YouTube channel. For those of you who have not met me or been here before, I'm NyckieB, the founder and owner of childcareninjas.com, and I help women business owners, childcare business owners like yourself, master growth, create, you know, all kinds of strategies and tips to help you grow your business to the next or first six figures. Okay. So I am excited about tonight. This is the first time that we're doing this a little bit different. Normally, I am in our Facebook group on a Thursday night. But I wanted to try something a little bit different because I definitely wanted to include our YouTube community as well. So what we're doing today, we're doing a little bit different. We are actually, live streaming here, obviously, for those of you who are joining us via here on YouTube, but we are also, live streaming into our Facebook group. So for those ladies who are part of the group already over on Facebook, the Childcare Ninja members group, they are able to join us as well. So I'm super excited. I have not that I can remember really brought the platforms together before. So this is something kind of new to us, but I'm super excited about it. And just, anxious to see how you guys think it flows and what you think about it. Because if you like it, if you enjoy it, if, I want to know. So let me know down below in the comments, well, in the chat or something. Let us know wherever you need to let us know, right? So let us know, and then maybe we'll do more of these types of I guess events, right? Together. So I'm super excited about this tonight. So okay, enough with that. I am going to jump into, because it is so important. We're in March. It's official. This is the third month of the year of 2023. It is also the last month of the first quarter. And I want to know where you're at in your childcare business. Are you on track to what you said you wanted to do this year? Are your plans kind of coming up pretty good? Are you really making your dreams come true inside? Are super excited for you. I know not everyone in that same place right now, and that is why I wanted to come in here today and really share these couple of things with you. So today I'm going to share with you a couple of things that actually really helped me, up level my life. I could say up level my childcare business, but I mean up level my life. And I say that just because when I started to change these couple things, it really began to change everything else. So I wanted to share these with you because I know so often we get so caught up in watching people, succeed in things, and we're just like, dang, why is it working for them? Or, why can't I get there? Or why can't it work for me? Why isn't it working for me? And so I wanted to share with you these things that really helped me, up level my life. And I say my life because these are really the three things that when I look back at the beginning of my childcare business, when I go and I think back, like, what did it take for me to make that ultimate decision? Like, okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it. And yes, part of that was the fact that I was released from my job at the moment. But, prior to that, there were little things that were going on, in my life that I was like, you know what, got to make some changes. There's got to be some changes going on. And so I'm going to share those couple of changes with you this evening. Before I do that, though, I do want to let you know that I would love to invite you to the upcoming 5-day challenge called the Sixth Figure Shift. There are some things that you need to do. If you are not at your six figures inside your childcare business yet, you definitely are going to need to make some things shift in your life, shift in your business, so that you can hit that six figures. Six figures really does not have to be that hard to get to in childcare. And why six, right? And I say six because Six figures is kind of that in between number where it's high enough that you can see like, oh, it can make a difference in my life, but it's not so high that you're just like, yeah, that's just impossible. And so you're like ready to give up right away. Six figures is kind of that middle ground, that number that you're like, that would be pretty cool, you know? Okay. So I want to encourage you, if you have not hit that yet, stay tuned for all the details at the end. If you have hit it and you need to up level past that, or you want to hit your next six figures and have multiple figures going on, stay tuned so that you can find out all the deets, because this will help you as well. This 5-day challenge is going to help you really begin to figure out how to reach your revenue goals. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk more about that towards the end tonight. And I'm not going to be in here super long with you. I just really wanted to, like I said, share with you the couple of things that really caused me to say, okay, enough is enough. I'm tired of the 9 to 5. I am burnt out as a single mom. You don't even have to be a single mom to be burnt out from the 9 to 5, right? Okay. But if you're burnt out from the 9 to 5, which is never truly 9 to 5, and you're ready to make that shift and make a change in your life, in your childcare business, or any business, whatever business you may be in, there are just a couple things that when I go back and think about it, these are the things that made the biggest impact in my life. So first thing, and it's funny, I used BAM. I was like BAM in the description for tonight's live, but I've really used it as kind of an acronym to kind of help me remember actually how I wanted to present this to you guys. But so the first thing that I really had to change, and the reason, real quick, the reason I wanted to talk about this change too is because this week, for those of you who haven't watched our video here on the channel for this particular week, I was talking about change and how, you have to be open to change if you want to be successful inside your business, because things are not always going to go like you planned for them to go. I really try to encourage you all, like, understand that, um, change is inevitable. Okay. You are really going to have to make some changes, because otherwise you are going to stay stuck where you're at. If you want to hit a certain number, if you want to be successful in a certain area and you're not already there, then doing the same thing that you are doing is not going to get you where you're trying to go. So, in talking about that this week inside the other video, yeah, that's what I wanted to encourage everyone to do. So I figured I would follow up tonight, because normally this is my Thursday night live when I am inside just the Facebook group, sharing with just the group of women that are inside that group. But I wanted to share this with as many of you as possible. So I figured, okay, well, let's just stream it together and be able to help everybody, right? So okay, so that being said, the first thing that I really had to look at, or one of the things I'll say, because honestly, this doesn't necessarily really have an order per se. It just helped me to remember it like this. Okay. But one of the things that you really need to begin to upgrade is your behavior. Okay. So you have to upgrade your behavior if you're going to see change in your life, change in your business. And when I talk about, upgrading your behavior, I'm not insinuating or saying that your behavior is just off the wall and you're just doing this, oh, you're just terrible, or anything like that. What I mean is that if you want to become the person that can start, grow, and successfully run a certain type of business, whether it is six figures or millions of dollars or whatever, if you want to become that type of person, you are going to have to fall in line with the behaviors that help that help people become that type of person. So for instance, okay, and I'm going to use this one because this is one that I have struggled with for so long in my life, and even sometimes now, um, I still struggle with it. Okay. Okay. So if you want to up level your life and your business, and you want to have people that are looking at you like, oh my gosh, yes, you can trust them. You can lean on them. Like they are really going to do what they say they're going to do, and that it's going to happen the way they say that it's going to happen. Then you cannot continue to be, late all the time, not turning things in, not getting things done, starting and stopping and starting and stopping. Like all that stuff has to change if you are trying to up level. If you're going to up level, then you have to up level your behavior as well, so that it matches what you are trying to become. Okay. So that is one of the things that I really started looking at whenever I was considering like opening my childcare business. And at the time, even before that, I can say, because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted a change. I knew I did not want to be in the 9 to 5, for the rest of my life. I needed something that I could be in charge of, right? I needed something that was going to, really provide a good life for my family, for my children. At the time, like I said, when I told you all before, like when I started my childcare business, I was a single mom at the time. So I wanted something that was going to provide for me and my children, that I did not have to spend a gazillion hours at every week. That I would be able to determine and decide, like if my children were having something going on at school or something like that, it would not be um, super hard to get the okay from someone else to say, oh yeah, you can go to that. I wanted to do all of these things. And so in order to do that, I had to really think about, like, okay, well, what was my current behavior like? What were the things that I was doing currently in my life, and how did those things need to change to match the type of person I needed to be in order to be a successful business person, or a business person at all at that point. So some of the things that you might consider um could be, and for me, as well as maybe some of you as well. So looking at, spending less time doing the non-important, unrelated things. I love movies. It is like, watching movies is kind of like my pastime. It's kind of like my hobby per se. I love to watch movies. Now I love to read too, but I do love watching movies. So that was something that I did a lot at the time when I was, well, prior to opening my childcare business. It was something I did a lot. Um, it's kind of like my release and my relax. And so, anytime I had a little bit of free time, I was like, oh, okay, let me see what I'm gonna watch. And I put something on, so I love movies. I don't know if I say I'm a movie buff, but yeah, love movies. So that was my thing. But I really had to sit back and think, like, okay, well, if I continue to, you know, utilize that behavior of just watching movies during the little bit of free time that I might have, then I'm never going to actually do the things I need to do in order to start my business. I'm sitting here. I might have been sitting there like, oh my goodness, I can't figure out what I want to do, but I know I want to get out of the 9 to 5, but I don't know what I want to do. But instead of me really taking that time and focusing and really beginning to think about what are my options and what things do I bring to the table, what can I do, what skills do I have, any of that, instead of doing that, I was sitting down watching a movie. Because why? It was easy. I didn't have to think about it. I could just do it, and flip, 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 fast forward, rewind, stop, get a drink, come back. No thought whatsoever. But if I was going to move from where I was to where I wanted to be, then I was going to have to make some changes. I was going to have to change the behavior that I was doing at the time. And so therefore, I had to, like, hey, turn off the TV. I had to start turning on, audio books. I had to start picking up more books. I had to start, instead of spending time on Pinterest looking at all the cute stuff or the things that I would love to have one day, I had to start researching and thinking about, oh, okay, well, what kind of business am I going to do? And how much is that going to take me? And what types of licenses and things like that are involved? That's what I had to start doing. So my behavior had to change. Okay. And so I'm encouraging you that if you are in that place right now, to think about, okay, whatever level you are trying to get to next, whether you are starting or whether you're just trying to bump up a level, if you haven't hit your first six figures and you want to do that, if you are going from your six figures to your seven figures, whatever that next level is, you need to take a moment to actually think about what things you are contributing to the behavior that is keeping you at the level you're at, and what things you might need to change. So let's go ahead and take a moment, look at that, and upgrade our behavior. Okay, so that was number one. Number two was upgrading the atmosphere. Okay. And by that, I mean everybody cannot go on the ride with you to success. Trust me. Okay. They can't. All right. And you have to get to a point where you're okay with that. So, this involves a lot of sometimes for us cutting some relationships, or maybe cutting the amount of time we're putting into the relationships that are not going to help us move to that level that we need to or want to be in. So if you are at a level and you are trying to move to that next level in your business, even in your life, and whether that's a childcare business or any other business, that next level that you want to move to, and you have people that are not necessarily going to be encouraging, that can't help you, that even worse might hold you back or hold you down, it's time to let go. You're going to have to cut the cord. So that is one of the things too. And sometimes that is hard. We build relationships over years sometimes. And we have friends that we maybe grew up with and we've been tight for years. And now you are stepping out into this new level, into this new realm, if I can. And they may not be ready for that. While you may be ready for that, they may not be ready for that. So you may have to take a step back and upgrade your atmosphere and upgrade the people that are around you, that you have around you, that are in your ear, that are close. And in the beginning, I won't lie, sometimes that can hurt. Sometimes it feels just uncomfortable and uneasy, especially if these are friendships that you have had for a very long time, because you're used to it. It's comfortable, right? Okay. So it's hard to let go of those. And it's hard to say, you know what, I'm going to have to trim this friendship or this relationship for now because I'm trying to get to this next level. And this is just something that is not going to be helpful in me getting there. So I'm going to have to, sever. And it could be that you have to sever it completely, or it could just simply be that, you are just for the time being going to have to take a little step back and maybe not do the Friday nights or the Saturday nights out with your girl, at the club, or, just even hanging out. Sometimes you may just have to be like, okay, I know we used to play cards, or, card game, whatever, whatever it might have been. But you may have to take some time away from that so that you can actually begin to build relationships that are going to help push you in the right direction, that are going to help you move to the direction you need to, so that you can begin to grow and begin to actually get the answers that you need, learn the skills that you need, and things like that. And so you're going to need encouragement while you're doing that. So you absolutely, sorry about that, guys. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, so you'll have to definitely possibly sever some relationships and friendships so that you can actually begin to move in a direction that is going to help you. Okay. All right. So that was number two. So we're going to upgrade our behavior. Okay. And we're also going to upgrade our atmosphere, which oftentimes and sometimes and oftentimes means we have to kind of look at our relationships and friendships and see the ones that are not necessarily going to be riding with us on this part of the journey. We kind of have to cut back on that, if not cut out. Okay. And finally, upgrading your mindset. Okay. This is a biggie because we talk to ourselves and we normally talk to ourselves in not the greatest way, right? We're like, I would love to, or I wish I could, or one day when, that type of thing. Instead of speaking to ourselves like, I got this, I can do this, I'm going to do this. We tend to look at other people, look at their successes and compare ourselves and say, I don't know if I can do all that, or it's too much work. Um, I don't have the time for that. We come up with all these different excuses as to why we can't move to that next level or get the thing done that we would really like to get done. So, our mindset is definitely going to be one of the biggest things that we have to upgrade. I can remember thinking, you know, um, for a time period, I can remember thinking like, you know what, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Like I think I can, but I got 4 kids and I'm not sure and it's gonna be a little hard. And I never actually did something of this magnitude before and things like that. And I don't have at the time, I don't have a degree in that. Like my degree was in business, but it wasn't in like anything that was related to like child development or anything like that. So like I knew business, and I had been around business all my life, but you're talking like child development and things like that. And the most child development experience I had was simply my children and youth ministry. But, once I stopped talking to myself in a negative manner and gave myself some room to say, okay, I can do this and I definitely can do this. Um, I was well, not negative mode and negative thought process, but I had to at a point say, you know what? Wait a minute. I may not have a piece of paper that says I have, XYZ experience in child development, but I absolutely have been working with these children, for years in all kinds of capacities of, Sunday school teacher to, youth director and creating different things and teaching and all of that on top of raising my children. So yes, I do have some experience, right? And once I hit that mindset and I said, okay, and then I've been in business all my life, I've been around business all my life, I had to take those things and say, wait a minute, why can't I do this? And I work hard for anybody. All my life I have worked, and everybody I worked for, I did my best. I worked hard. Okay. So why can't I work just as hard for myself? And be a success at it. So getting wrapping yourself around a mindset that says that you can, and then adding that around you that is encouraging you and saying also yes you can, is so big and so huge. And I just believe that those are you know some of the things that really caused me to say, Nick, you got this. It really did. And so then, the more and more I started believing that I could do it, the more and more I started seeing things actually happen and start taking place and start moving, towards that goal that I had, of getting started. And first it was the little baby steps. I say it all the time, right? Baby steps. So the little baby steps of getting this one thing done, and oh, I did it, and then moving forward to the next thing, and oh, I did it. And each one, it was just like a snowball, and every little thing, just wrapped up and rolled up, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger into like this big ball of success. So I just wanted to come in here and just really encourage you guys tonight. Like, you can definitely be successful in your childcare business. Now, I'm talking childcare because that's what I do. Okay. That's what I do. But I really believe that, upgrading your behavior to match where you're trying to go, upgrading your atmosphere or your people around you that are, going to encourage you and help you, and believe in you, and oftentimes, show you, share with you, share about you, adding that type of atmosphere around you and just upgrading your mindset. I just believe those three things, when you start really tapping into those three things, you are really going to begin seeing some wonderful things happen inside your life, inside your childcare business. And it's just going to be on from there. It's just like game changer. Okay. Because as you begin to see yourself moving in a direction of the success that you envision and that you hoped for, it's on. Then you're just going to keep on going and keep on moving, and then you're going to look up one day like, whoa, it wasn't as bad as I thought, right? Okay, so yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys tonight because like I said, this week I talked earlier, I think we released the video on like Tuesday or something of this week, here on the channel, and I talked about change and how you really need to be open to change inside of your childcare business so that you can, always kind of be moving forward. Okay. But like I said, I wanted to come in here tonight and just like talk a little more about that, encourage you a little bit more, share a little bit more, and really focus on a couple of those things that really can be so helpful in like moving that needle. So in 2023, I encourage you to upgrade your behavior, upgrade your atmosphere, and upgrade your mindset, and watch the different changes that happen in your life, that come into your life, the people that come into your life, all of those things. So I hope that this was helpful for you tonight. If it was, let me know. Okay. And then I did say that I was going to invite you. I had a special invite for you, and I am not going to forget about that. I'm going to share that with you right now. But on the 13th of this month, on the 13th of March, I will be kicking off the 5-day challenge, 6-figure shift. You have to start shifting some things in your life, in your childcare business, so that you can reach that success that you are trying to reach. Now, like I said earlier, 6 figures just kind of is that number where people are kind of like, yeah, that's possible, but I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but I'm just not sure how to get there. But like people say, oh yeah, I want to be a millionaire, and it's just kind of something in the wind. Like they can't really envision it. But then, like once you hit 6 figures, you're like, whoa, anything's possible, right? That's kind of like the mindset you have when you hit it. So I'm just sharing that. Okay, but so yes, the 6-figure shift 5-day challenge is coming up on March 13th. Right now, the doors are open for you to get signed up, and you want to do that as quickly as possible. I will definitely have the link here, so that you can go ahead over, get registered. As a matter of fact, there should be a link down in the description section under this live stream video. So click on that and definitely go over there, get registered. It is $97 for general admission to this 5-day challenge, but you are going to come in here, you are going to learn the things that you need to learn in order to increase your revenue. Some of you have had revenue goals that you have not hit, and you keep like, maybe you are almost there, or maybe you're not even remotely close and you're ready to give up. Don't give up. Do not give up. Figure it out, because you know what? If you are frustrated to the point where you're almost ready to give up, you know how close you are to that. You know how close you are to your actual goals. Do not give up. Okay. General admission is $97. We also have a VIP for you at $297. 5-day challenge. You're going to learn all the things you need to learn in order to hit your revenue goals and begin to be profitable. If you haven't hit that first 6 figures, we're going to help you do that. But you definitely want to get signed up for that. The link is down below. Check it out. Get all the information, get all the details, and I will see you inside the challenge. And I'm super excited about that. So check that out. Other than that, You guys, I hope this was really helpful for you. Let me know what you think. Do all of the YouTube stuff that we're supposed to do, right? Subscribe, like, share, all of that. Do all of that. And if you have not joined the Childcare Ninja members Facebook group, feel free to do that because we would love to have you. Okay. All right. Stay awesome, ninjas. You are truly amazing. Okay. What you do, what we do is truly amazing. And I just want to encourage you to keep doing it. Do not give up. All right. Stay amazing, stay awesome. And remember, ninjas, that you do got this. I will see you next time. Bye.